Our friends at Manscaped are turning their men's shower dreams into their favorite routines. The ultra premium new collection is an all-in-one hygiene, skin, and hair bundle.
It's designed to upgrade your shower from head to toe. Using Manscaped during my showers after workout has given me much more confidence.
The shower routine uses all the collection's products. You start with the cologne-infused ultra premium body wash. You'll smell so great, all the ladies will be after you.
Next, you apply the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner that cleanses.
Once you hop out the shower, apply the Manscaped aluminum-free deodorant. If you have tattoos or dry skin, hit your skin with the hydrating body moisturizer spray.
Last but not least, check out the Lawnmower 4.0 electric trimmer to clean off any unwanted body hair. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, and so it can join you in the shower.
Although your balls might look like punching bags, don't treat them like one. The Lawnmower is designed to cut hair on loose skin.
Get 20% off free shipping with code to Hotboxin at manscaped.com. That's 20% off free shipping with code Hotboxin at manscaped.com.
It's time to get wet and clean with your new Manscaped shower routine. So your thoughts on Jake Paul?
My guy, Jake. I like
guy?
Jake. Yeah, I like Jake. He's cool. Wait, they were talking about him fighting you or you fighting him or Logan. Is that something that's still...
I'll beat these fuckers.
Levy Adam.
Hey, this is Mike Tyson, another episode of Hotboxin, and I have my man Sebastian over here.
And we have Israel Adesanya, the one and only Stylebender. Yes. Fuck your ass up.
I'm a nice guy. I'm chill.
So tell me, brother, this is awesome to have you, brother. How long you been champion so far?
How long I've been champion? Well, in the UFC since 2019, early 2019.
Yeah.
But I've always felt this way. Anyone who's watched my journey, I will just say, kind of like Ali, he said this quote, I'm the greatest. I said it before I knew I was. From fight number 4 in kickboxing, I remember just feeling like I could be really like the best at this. I didn't know how. Because, okay, look, I'm not athletic. I'm big and black. I can't play basketball. I'm Nigerian. Football's not my thing. I'm from New Zealand. I don't play rugby, you know. Like, I couldn't catch a ball for shit. They called me Butterfingers in high school. But somehow I was just like, I'm good at this fighting shit. And I just felt like Jackie Chan whenever I fought. So I was like, I could be the best at this. And the conviction just stuck with me. And yeah, here we are, still with me. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a drug.
Yeah. It's one of those things as well. Like when I first started, I remember my first fight, the feeling of it, because I fought this guy. You know David Tua, right? He's a boxer from New Zealand, legend. This guy had a haircut like him, like the high top fade. And he was definitely not in my weight class. But then when I fought him, the first, like, I stood in front of him, and this is my first ever fight, amateur fight. And in my head, I'm like, what are you doing? This guy's gonna whip your ass, holy shit. You can't fight. Holy shit, he looks mean. He's gonna kick your ass. And I touch gloves, yep, let's go, boom. I touch gloves, go to the corner. And then within the first 15, 10 seconds, I remember I dropped him with a drop kick. And this feeling of confidence just surged through me. And I remember just feeling like just God mode. But then after that, everything else was a blur. Then after the fight, everyone was like, man, you did amazing. Fuck, you were this, you were that, you were that. And I was just like, really? Okay. I watched the fight back now. I was just spastic. I was like a bucking bronco. I didn't know
Some people are born to fight.
I feel maybe not born to it, but it's just something in me.
No. Some people are just born to fight. They could be a little bookkeeper. They could be a lawyer and stuff until that switch is turned on.
Yeah, that's it, the switch. Because I don't remember the fight at all. And after the fight, when I watched the tape back, I was like, damn, that was me?
Yeah.
It's like, shit. Even now, whenever I look in my eyes when I fight, it's like, I know that guy. I've met him before, but it's not me right now. This is me. I'm sure you know this as well. Even you know this when you go in the field. You have to turn that switch on where it's like, yo, it's game time.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know how many people that can't turn that switch on? And
I've seen a few.
that can turn it on and can't turn it off?
Yep.
That's the
I
word.
know a guy.
And they can't turn it off.
Nah, yeah, I've never been that guy, but I don't like to live in that mode too much because it's not healthy.
It's
not healthy. I don't know if you've ever... I've been there where it's like I'm always looking for static and this. That's why there's two things people say when they first meet me, like especially fans, is like, oh my God, you're a lot bigger in person. And, man, you're a lot different than like you're on TV. I'm like, bro, you're not trying to fight me. It's different. Like, if you're trying to fight me, then it's
facts.
It's static, you know.
That's
Then
facts.
it's like I'll give you that energy, but nah, I'm just me. I like to have fun.
You are tall as shit though. That shit threw me off.
Yeah.
Oh my god, damn.
Damn, this guy's big. I know what it is about the TV. And the thing is, I'm taller than a lot of my opponents, but the TV somehow either shrinks me or it's because I'm cutting weight. I look shredded and skinny, but nah, I get around. I'm like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
You get around.
So your next fight with Jared
Cannonier.
Let's talk about that.
Check Jared out. Let's look at this cat.
He's on. I set him up before. Let me see. Before he fought Whitaker in Abu Dhabi, and he failed that one. But I felt like he's the dark horse of the division. He's the guy that everyone sleeps on.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a motherfucker.
On a good night, he could beat anybody.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyone can beat anyone on any night.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can never take for granted in this game, in the fight game.
Yeah.
All it takes is bro, I was watching this fight. What was the one? I can't remember the guy's name, but we were watching this fight on the Okoli undercard. This dude was getting his ass whooped in the corner. I don't know if you know Lawrence Okoli. He's a boxer from the UK. He was getting his ass whooped in the corner, just blocking for about 3 rounds because we got there late. And then it was, I think, the 10th round in the last second, and he knocks the guy out crazy. Knocks the guy out, flatlines him, and then the whole place just blows up. So, yeah, all you need is 1 second.
No.
Yeah.
A second in fighting is too slow. A 10th of a second.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you imagine that second is
crazy.
too slow for fighting?
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, this is when he was a light heavyweight. Heavyweight. So he's come from heavyweight, dropped down to light heavyweight.
The black
guy, Jared. Yeah,
now he's coming down to middleweight to fight you?
Now, he's been at middleweight for a while now, but he started off, I remember, this is heavyweight.
God,
this is him at heavyweight.
Look at him.
Carrying, you can see he's a little bit chunky. Just a little bit. But even then, he went down to light heavyweight and then brought even back down to middleweight. But I feel like this is where he belongs, in middleweight. But yeah. I told him.
That's a heavyweight fight, though, right?
Yeah, that was a heavyweight fight.
Can we see him at middleweight?
This is him at, let me see, light
heavyweight. He does look shredded.
Yeah, a little trimmer.
A little more trimmer.
So this is him at light heavyweight, and then you'll see him later on. At middleweight, he looks shredded. He looks like he belongs at middleweight. And he's good. But unfortunately, not good enough.
But he's not. You know why he's not good enough? Because he telegraphs everything he does.
Don't tell him the secrets, Mike. Don't tell him the secrets, man. So this is him at middleweight. You can see he's got the afro. He's a little bit more lean, shredded.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, for sure. You can definitely see
You'd be surprised, though. A lot of people,
crazy.
Mike.
He's even better. He's better at this weight.
Yeah, he is. He's faster. He's faster at this weight.
He's not telegraphing as much.
That's crazy. He dropped that much weight, though. Shit.
But a lot of people, you'd be surprised, especially at the highest level.
That's because he wants to fight you bad, huh?
No, I told him. So he fought on my undercard, my last fight 2 weeks ago, and I said to him, I was like, bro, take this, because he fought a guy, Brunson, who I already beat at MSG. And I said to him at the weigh-ins, I was like, man, just take care of this guy so I can get some fresh meat. Because I've already beat Brunson, I've beat Vittori, I've beat Robert, all these guys. So I don't want to lap I'm lapping the division again, but I want some fresh blood.
Yeah.
Some people I haven't fought yet. This is him fighting Silva, legend of the game.
Yeah.
He took him out with a leg kick, if I recall.
I remember this guy was invincible at one time.
Yeah, man. Now Silva was the one.
Was he invincible at one time?
Yeah.
I think it's just he was ahead of everybody else, and I fought him, and that was a fun fight. That was some movie type shit. And he's still good, man. That's the thing. On any given day, he can still fuck people up. But it's just Father Time catches up with you.
Oh, for sure. That's inevitable. Yeah, Father Time is inevitable.
Father Time.
Nah, but while you have your youth, I feel like, maximize.
You got to, bro.
Maximize it,
got
man. Nah, I love it.
He's hungry, this guy.
He is. And you're watching, this is against the Hermanson, who's another Paradigm guy. But, yeah, he took care of him pretty good. And that was just before me and Robert fought. That's us on the cage. The banner.
Did he ever fight Robert?
He fought Robert. Robert beat him. He beat him in
right
now,
yeah.
But his last fight, he knocked out Brunson. And I'm a man of my word. I was like, you beat him and you got the next shot. So, yeah, we'll try and take care of him. Where's Tim? Maybe midway next year or this year.
Yeah, be relaxed with him because he's coming at you with everything.
Of course. Yeah, and I know this is his chance. Like, when you're on top, everyone wants. You're the target. Everyone sees it. So I know whenever I fight anyone, it's like, for me, I don't see myself as the champ. I don't even know where my belt is right now. I'm sure it's with Eugene somewhere in some box gathering up dust. But there's a clip of you with that guy going, this is garbage. This is garbage, like that. I don't feel like that yet, but I never feel like like some guys like Kobe, there was a time when he had the belt, he'd walk around everywhere with it.
Yeah.
He'd
I would
walk
do the
around
same
everywhere.
thing.
I've done it before.
I
Don't
go
get
to
me
dinner.
wrong.
At dinner, I'm going walking around the street
Yeah.
with my friends, chilling out.
Don't get me wrong. I've
At a
done
bar
that.
with my belt on.
Yeah.
All my life since I was 11 years old, that's what I dreamed about.
Yeah.
Think I killed somebody? Think about me walking around with it?
No, you gotta flex on them. Like I love that kind of stuff. So I've done that, but then there's a point where I realized
That.
I had an epiphany. Like I don't want to get attached to this. I don't want this to be my identity. And this is all I am. So I was just like,
That's fair.
I'll walk around with like when I get back home to New Zealand.
Ooh, this way it gets tricky. You're not attached to it. It's attached to you.
It is without even being on me.
Yeah.
That's because the target on my back. They all want it. They all want what that thing represents. I like the way you put that, what it represents. So for me, even when I go back home to New Zealand, I'll have to do some media stuff. I'll have to hold it, be around with it. It'll be at my house for a little bit. But then when camp starts, then I give it back to Eugene. I'm just like, right, I don't want this anymore. So then I don't look at it. I don't touch it, nothing. So that way I just get to focus and I feel like I'm just fighting, bro. All I want to do is just fight and take away all the top guys in my division right now. So when it's all said and done, they can be like, look, he never shied away from anyone.
Yeah.
And you can never say, anyone, you can ask, I never turned down any fight. Any fighter, anyone that wanted it, they can get it.
You love this shit, huh?
I know I'm the shit, but I know I ain't shit. That's like the
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
duality. You have to kind of humble
yeah.
yourself. It's like, I know I'm the shit. I'll never shy away from that, but I know I ain't shit because I mean, I get humbled in the gym every other day.
Yeah.
You know, I've got killers in my gym, you know, so I know where I'm at and I know what I need to work on. So, yeah, it's just that balance.
Facts.
Yeah,
I know
I'm trying
exactly
to
what you
work
mean.
on it.
When I was the fighter, I was champ.
Yeah. I want to pick your brain.
If you didn't kick my ass,
Mm-hmm.
I paid you to kick my ass. If you didn't kick my ass, you were fired.
You're fired.
And in my gym, you can't kick my ass. If you're not my ass not getting kicked, you're fired.
Damn.
Wow.
That's
what you're here for.
Yeah.
That's
facts.
fire.
You're here to kick my ass. I'm not getting my ass kicked. You're not getting.
Because you're not going to learn. You're not going to. If you're the best,
do your
in the gym,
best. Try to knock me out. Do your best.
Yeah.
Facts.
Curious though, was that with training as well, like weight strength training, speed training, with that as well?
Sparring.
Just sparring?
Yeah.
Just sparring?
Hurt me, knock me out.
How much you put on it? Like you say, if you drop me, how much do you give him?
Listen, I never put on it. I just told them to do their best. These guys, no one paid sparring partners like I did.
Or back then, or like you did. Oh, I see.
No one paid them.
Damn.
They're like what? I'm like 2,000 a round, stuff like
Damn.
that.
Oh, that's a. You ain't need a job after that. So what do you do? I spar Mike Tyson for a living.
Bro, what? 2,000 a round.
Wait, when are you fighting next? What's the plans? You got anything on the line or?
People keep asking me. I
want to know. I'm like, everyone wants to know.
I don't know. I just feel good. I'm
enjoy life.
I'm starting to do obstacle course now.
No way.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Like for what? Just for fun?
It's to prepare.
Oh, real? Oh, I see.
They prepare. They keep on putting those big prices up. It might be worth it.
Hey, man, yesterday's price
is not today's price. Amen. Amen.
Man, honestly, I said, like, you shocked the world when that video with you and the guy from Kings MMA, Raphael came out. Like, everyone was just... that broke the internet. I remember.
Me and Raphael work out, right? That's why I got to prepare before I go in there because I've been on the ground, 8th round, he's fucking... I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
No, he's hitting the mitts and I just on the fucking ground. I'm like, fuck, I was saying... I never said, what the fuck am I doing? But I said, fuck, I got 2 more rounds.
Damn.
2 more rounds, I'm on the floor already.
But it looked good. Like, that was just something that wasn't, no one expected that. Even for me, bro. So, to watch you and Roy fight live, that was legendary for me. Because I was there commentating, and there was bits and pieces in there where I was just like, this is happening. Holy shit, I'm watching Roy Jones fight. I'm watching Mike Tyson fight. This is not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm not from that era. I'm not from you guys' era, but I know for a fact I was living millions of people's bucket list item right there. Yeah, just taking that off. And you look good. He looked good as well.
Good. Yeah,
well, I swear, like, it was just like, this is unreal. And afterwards, I went and smoked up with Snoop in the Staples Center. And then after that, then they take me back to the hotel. I remember being in the bus back, just like high as fuck, just like the fuck is like. There's so many things that happen. So
I
many
get
things
all the
I've
big smoke, and whoever think they can outsmoke me, I bring a pound of weed.
Oh no, I'm good. Tell that to Snoop.
I put a pound in to see what kind of damage we could do to that.
Damn.
That's so funny that you said that because it was actually a day before the game.
Yeah.
And we were watching it. And the whole team was like right before bed because, we had like a curfew before bed. We all stayed in this team hotel.
Yeah.
And legit, the whole team was like downstairs in the kitchen area watching the fight. Like the whole team, legit, the whole team.
That's
coaches
crazy.
And all.
I love the production as well because you had like YG, Wiz Khalifa, Snoop perform. But then when you guys came on, put on the show, it was just like this.
Legendary. It's legendary for real. Because like I said,
fighting's entertaining. This is what boxing came in late on. The reason why MMA is so fast rising because when you go there, unlike fighting, when you go there and no one's fighting, it's a party.
Yeah,
so
it's a
somebody
show.
gets back in the ring. Oh, everybody's out there standing up. No, it's a party, really, right?
Facts.
So the next fight comes, and he plays his music, the other guy plays his music, the announcer guy. But till then, it's
everyone's
a party.
Vibing, definitely. Even I think like one thing, because I don't watch sports.
And that's what boxing needs. It needs to be a party. When there's nobody in the ring fighting, it's partying time.
Even in basketball, whenever I go watch a game, I see like the DJ clowning the other team, the away team. I never noticed that when you watch it on TV. You don't hear that kind of stuff. But then like when nothing's happening, there's the cheerleaders, there's the dancers, it's a party. It's entertainment. It's entertainment. So that's what keeps people going.
Facts.
Provocative.
So when I was fighting, I knew it was entertaining. Yeah. When Hopkins knew that if he wore the mask and the thing, I was the baddest man on the planet, really attack everybody. And it was all entertainment. It brought everybody to the fight. It brought more. Everybody filled the seats.
Yeah, that's it.
And then broke records out of the world.
But your time, man, I don't know what you were giving people problems in the sense that they just okay, what rounds they're gonna end it in. Like what time, like, cause someone pays, well, how much, I don't know how much pay-per-view was back then, but like, he's gonna kill him in the first round. He's gonna kill him in the second round. That kind of stuff. Yeah, that stuff of legends. That stuff.
What's so interesting? I know your guys are champions too. When you fight, you at such a level, psychological, intellectually, and just anything that can be grasped by the human development. That night of the fight is there. Like sometimes I'm in the ring, the fight's going on. I can see my friend getting a number from a girl.
Really? While you're in the ring?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see him talking to a girl in red.
I see different things. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I can see him. I can hear them.
Now, one thing I'm grateful for is selective hearing, no matter where. So I fought Robert the first time in the biggest sold-out arena in UFC history. And no matter how loud the place is, I can always pick out 3 voices, Twister, Andre, and Eugene, my coach. I can always pick their voice out. But as I walk out, I see everything as well. Because even Eugene says the same thing. He's heightened. You just see
you get ready to fight.
Everything. Your senses are dialed up. Yeah, you're on.
And
game day.
My friends would go like this. I said, yo, man, who was up with that girl in the race? He said, Mike, fuck, you did not see me talk to this girl. No, stop that bullshit, Mike. You in the fight, you saw me talking to her? Yeah, so you
She got any friends? Yeah, man. Nah.
He said, stop that shit. You saw me talk. He couldn't believe it. But that's when I'm at my most relaxed.
Yeah.
My zen, and I can see and hear everything.
I love that feeling. I call that God mode. I know they've done like studies about that where there's
it is
5 different chemicals in your brain activated when you're in the zone. I feel like when you're in the zone, you just know.
I didn't know about the chemical, but I know that feeling.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Same. I know the feeling. You just know, and you can train that.
Yes, everything's inferior to you.
Yeah.
Ooh, you see and hear everything.
Yeah.
You just know what they're gonna do next. Like
you hear people.
You feel like me. Like you feel like with me it's different. Like it's like when I put my hand down, I see the guy lined up in front of me. Like.
So wait, what position do you play?
So I play defensive line.
You're right there in the front line.
So I'm in the front line. So I play nose tackle. So like, it's kind of the same thing. Like get in that zone, but like then you start like just picking up on things like where how the linemen's like putting down their feet or how heavy they are on their like if they're leaning. True. Like so that's like oh shit like they're gonna double team me.
You ever try sumo wrestling? No, even like the training for it because I've seen I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert, but the positions you guys get in it reminds me of 2 big grizzlies fighting or 2 gorillas when they fight. If you ever see gorillas fight, it's almost like sumo wrestling. Yeah. So those kind of positions, you're blocking and pushing each other, wrestling. I don't know, maybe something you can explore. Find you might learn something. It's like cross training.
What you would never know about the sumo wrestlers is they're so fragile and flexible and they can split, do all kinds of shit.
No way. Yeah, they're athletes.
Yeah, they're real crazy, flexible, man. Real flexible.
But try that.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna actually have to look at that.
I do certain things. Like one of the new things I've been doing since June last year is breathwork training. And I'm telling you, man, even even The Rock tweeted about it. I was quite surprised about my last fight. He said, look at him in the 5th round, just nasal breathing and standing up. Everyone else from the 2nd round, Robert was sitting down and breathing. But like I'm standing up and just bringing it down, just calming myself down. But it's because of the breath work, the pool work. We normally do it in the pool as well with the weight vest. And he's got all these different protocols. But that correlates so well to fighting.
Yeah.
Because it's about breathing.
Yeah.
And I feel like every athlete could get into that. And I know everyone's going to start to copy it because they see the benefits of what it's doing for me and my team.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
I'm a copy.
Everybody go through. I would think everybody go through breathing methods. Because if I go to the bathroom, I'm taking a shit, I go through my breathing method.
Yeah. No, you have to.
No, I'm serious,
it's like you're in labor. It's like you're in labor, man.
Listen, you
depends how big it is.
Blood start coming out. Give me force in this shit.
Yeah, man. It's like how you dilated right now. Okay, let's see. The contractions are...
Let it go.
That's a sick individual.
Yeah, man, I get around.
All right, so let's talk about this tweet.
This tweet.
Yes, by Khamzat.
Oh, Khamzat. Yeah, that's right. Khamzat. Khamzat Chimaev.
No, Khamzat.
Khamzat? Damn.
Yeah. I think Kobe called him Khamzat. I never said it. Kobe did. Kobe did, not me. I would never say such a thing. Why would I? I'm such a nice guy.
So he tweeted at you and said, at Stylebender, easy Monday for me. 0 wrestling, 1 round, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah, I remember someone said that to me at the post-fight press conference, and I was like, okay. Like, and?
Yeah.
See, so, like, I feel like when the dog barks at the moon, that's normal. But when the moon barks at the dog, that's something special. So I was like, all right. This guy fights at welterweight.
Yeah.
He's fought at middleweight 1 time, and he's fought like a low-ranked guy.
Yeah.
And definitely can beat some middleweights, but I'm like, show me something. Show me something. Like, he's never... His last fight was impressive. And I said, I might not like you, but if I'm impressed by what you do, I'll give you props.
Yeah.
He's a beast, but he's a beast at 170.
Yeah.
Show me something.
Right?
Yeah.
When I was champion, and these guys, they weren't rated, but they rated the hell in knocking out guys and say, I want to fight you.
Barking.
I said, listen, me and you won't make no money now, but if you really think you're that tough, why don't you just come to my sparring and become my sparring partner? I had the toughest. All my sparring partners were contenders. For real. It's all about it's about all out there. Try to knock me out.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We all try to knock each other out.
Yeah.
And it must be so hard for you, too, I'm thinking, because, Mike, it's a different time with Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, guys, like, guys just like...
Imagine their time if they had Twitter. If you guys had Twitter properly while you were fighting and you were active, you would have been a menace on Twitter.
Yeah.
You would have got banned off Twitter like 6 times.
Oh, definitely would have got it.
I forgot about that.
So, think about that, Mike. If you had Twitter, because, like...
Even Ali, if Ali had Twitter, imagine the shit he would be saying. Because he was just live right there.
Because back then I was dealing with my mental problems. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm scared.
I would have been here for it, I'll tell you that much. I would have been there on my phone like, yo, what is Mike saying? Mike's crazy. Holy shit, you said that shit? Wow, amazing.
Fuck everybody.
Yeah.
No one loves me.
Oh, man. Nah, but yeah, I like what you said. The same thing, because he's a guy like another guy, Sean Strickland. They talk a lot. And right now I'm lapping the division. I need some fresh blood. He's fresh blood, bro. I'm like, show me something.
Listen.
Yeah, show me something. I love what he's doing at 170, but
this is what you need. You don't need fresh blood. You need the guy who the people think can beat you.
Exactly. People do. Costa. Remember Costa? You know Paulo Costa? There's a guy fought in Fight Island. Same thing, same kind of rhetoric. Everyone before the fight was like, so the fight before that, I fought Romero, right? And I said this, when you fight someone, you and that guy know. Even when you play against someone, you and that guy know what happens, even though they try and act. So Romero is an actor. He was all theatrics and trying to act like he wanted to fight, but he just became a statue. And then he fought someone after that in Bellator. And everyone was like, he did the same thing. He just stood there. And I'm like, yeah, because he knew if he made the move, I'd fuck him up. And I was ready. So he just stood there. And it was a good game plan. I'll give that to him because that let him land the biggest shot of the fight, which was one shot that should have put me out, put most people out, but it didn't. I ate it, and I was like, cool. Keep your distance. Don't make that mistake again. And I played the long game. And I was waiting for him to do something, but he was just staying there. And then after that fight, I remember the rhetoric, all these motherfuckers on Twitter, all these reporters that, oh, he's boring, he's this and that. I'm like, bitch, I've given you classic after classic after classic after classic, and then this motherfucker doesn't want to fight me, and then now you want to talk this shit?
Yeah.
And then the next guy, Paulo, started talking, blah, 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 blah. He's a shameful champion. I'm going to kill him, this and that. Similar to what this boy's talking about.
Yeah.
And I was like, bet, watch this. And I showed them. I show them bad. I don't know if you've seen the fight. Play the fight for Mike, just to remind them.
Yeah,
Play the Paulo Costa fight. And the end. I need him to see the end as well. I played Prison Rules in that fight.
That boy wanted static. He got static.
Boy, trust me, he got the static and a bag of chips. And a bag of
got
chips.
The chips with the dip.
With the dip. Trust me, he got the dip. Got the dipstick big time.
Oh, no.
But that's how it is, though. So that fight, everyone then, we're in the era of what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
So people just, like I said, I gave you classic after classic after classic after classic. And then this fight, this guy didn't want to fight me. And then you're blaming it on me like I did something bad. Go back a bit. Yeah, pause, go back a bit.
So now tell us this, like, in your mind, what's going on? I want to hear this.
So one thing I liked about, pause before you start playing. One thing I liked about it being in the Apex, this is during COVID time, right? And it was quiet.
Yeah.
So it was quiet. I love the fact that you can hear all the strikes. Like here when I dropped them, I remember hearing the corner yelling. There's one guy in this corner, and I remember him yelling, because he was undefeated. And they were just losing this shit. And here I had to let him know I'm the big dog in the yard now. So I fucked him up bad. Look at that, Prison Rules.
So don't get out me yard.
Bro, in my blood clot yard. No, straight, because I mean, what does a dog do when you want to show dominance? You pounce on them and you let them know. And I remember, like I said, I just like the fact that there was silence. And I was just like, oh man. And that last elbow, you go back a little bit, that last elbow, you see I paused. I paused because I was like, this is for all that shit you were talking.
Hey, that shit hard. That shit hard. I
was having fun. But you look at that last elbow, I kind of paused before I threw it.
What were you thinking, though? What were you thinking when you threw that last elbow?
I was just like, for everything. Wait for it. Here. Bitch. I was just like, I paused for a split second because I was just like, this is for all that shit you were.
Yeah, you want
like a little power up,
Yeah, you want that bitch back.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Because everyone was talking all this shit after that last fight, saying like, oh, Israel's so boring. All he does is run away. He's never had a. I'm like, bitch, like I said, classic after classic after classic after classic. And if this is how you guys want to talk, because you have fucking goldfish memories.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I remember saying, y'all must have forgot. So I had to remind them. And there's coach over there, Eric. I told him I call him over him. You know why? I went over to their corner, right? And I said, hey, I appreciate what you've done with Henry Cejudo. You really brought him up. And then he goes, oh, we're coming for Volkanovski next. And I'm like, bitch, I'm coming all over you. Because I try to give him props about what he's done for Henry. You know Henry. I try to say, like, you brought him up nice. And then he was still trying to get that static against my guy, Alex. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. I'll show you how it is. Yeah. Don't worry, I play rough when it's time, man.
I like the energy.
Yeah, man, I keep that same energy. Like I said, when people try to fight me and fuck with me, I let them know the shadow self.
You know what? Those guys that you beat and stuff that get you angry, that get you in that mood, they can't sell Coca-Cola. They can't sell Coca-Cola. You're a nice guy, you're a smart, intelligent guy. If you don't act too crazy, get too emotional, you can sell shit. You can be a spokesman.
I am. I guess some deals. My guy right there, Tim, he hooks me up with some nice things. Example, I'm the first MMA fighter to be signed by Puma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And one thing I love, I never expected that. I thought maybe like one day, because I think Jones had Nike till he became one of them guys and all that stuff, and then had it taken away from him. But me, I like the fact that Puma fuck with me. They fuck with the way I express myself. They see like, this guy is not afraid to say what he wants to say. He's a cool dude. He expresses himself authentically. We fuck with him. And they've never had a problem with anything I've said, anything I've tweeted. They've just been cool. And they respect, because they know I'm not going to embarrass them. And they know, like, they know me. I've met the team now. I went to Puma in Boston about a week and a half ago, and I touched base with them. And I was surprised they were asking me opinions on some of the pieces that's coming out this year, next year. And I'm just like, man, I fuck with these dudes. So, I can sell some stuff, but at the same time, I don't ever want to sell myself. I never want to sell myself because of a paycheck. Like,
that's real.
We've had issues in the past with other brands and other people trying to say, oh, you can't say that. I'm like, well, fuck you. I'll find someone who appreciates me because I can just speak my truth.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just sell me.
Yeah, exactly.
You've experienced that. You experienced that, Mike.
So you had that as well.
I realized I found out my brand is bigger than all the brands I was trying to be a part of.
Trust, brother, trust. You're Mike Tyson.
What the hell was I doing?
Mike Tyson.
I was groupie. I was doing the groupie stuff, the
fanboy
stuff, and this is my stuff.
That's dope, though. Shout out to Puma for just letting you be you, bro.
Exactly. Like they've got Nipsey on their roster. They've got J. Cole. You know, they've got Neymar. big names. What's his name? LaMelo.
Yeah.
I'm like, these are guys that are creative, and you see, they're not cookie cutter. Like,
They're
I've never
They're
been
not.
one of these guys who. There's certain guys, especially in New Zealand, when the rugby teams win, I can tell you their speech right afterwards.
What is it? Give me an example.
How was the game today? Oh, we did very good. Just want to thank the big man upstairs for giving us the strength. We played really good, and the other team brought it. And yeah, thanks to our coaches, thanks to my mom. And I'm like, bro, you just won. Like, if you just won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, I'm lit.
Motherfucker, we just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I'm lit.
Express yourself. I'm like, say what you really want to say.
Listen, this is interesting that I'm that guy too, right? I'm that guy too.
Yeah.
But then it's this guy. This moment right here is gonna set me, my great grandkids up for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
This is what I have to be. I can't be that guy right now.
Yeah. Facts. No, I understand. You have
to make that choice one day.
That's what I said about balance. Like, I know I'm the shit.
That great lash of emotion.
Yeah.
And that's all you have.
Facts. Yeah. Like I said, I want to express myself. Even you see after that fight, I fucked up Costa, double tap him, and I'm cracking like windmills on the ground. That's me expressing myself. And some people might not like it. But I'm like, you're going to watch it anyway. I wasn't hurting anyone. I was literally just dancing because I just knocked out a guy that was talking mad shit about me for the last fucking, I don't know, year.
That's just, because I was that guy too.
Yeah. No, but you were that guy.
I wanted to be the king of the savages.
Yeah.
But a price comes with that.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I was saying like early on, I can't live in that mode for too long. Because if I do, then I find myself like, look.
Being in it all the time.
Bro, it's hard. Like, okay, so when I'm in camp, I don't know if you're like this. I don't even know if you're like this as well, because it's all battle. It's all competition. When it's 3 weeks before the fight, I find myself starting to detach and maybe disassociate from my loved ones. Not crazy, but because I kind of have to go within. I know I'm going to war. My body knows what's coming. My mind and soul knows what's coming. So I find myself, my mom calls me. I don't pick it up all the time, or I'll call you back. But they don't take it personal. I still talk to them, but just not as often as I would.
Yeah.
And then after the fight, it takes about 2 weeks, maybe a week now, for them to get me back to just my old happy-go-lucky self.
That's so funny you say that shit. I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. Listen, that's crazy.
That's how I used to get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah?
Imagine you got to I get all this pumped up, and boom, 30 seconds over. I still got that.
Where we at?
I got that. Oh,
bro,
God,
that is so crazy.
Go backstage and bust a nut real quick. It might still be there, maybe.
No, it's more than a nut.
Yeah.
That boy going for hours.
No, listen. Once you're in that mood, pussy means nothing to you.
Nah.
You're falling in love with yourself when you get in that boom, that zone. None of that stuff is good enough for you.
It's so true. The way I look at it with us, it's a little different. So we play Sundays.
Yeah.
So like with me, it's like, so Tuesdays are our off day.
Yeah.
So that shit doesn't wear off till like Monday. Monday, like, it starts wearing off a little bit Monday after the game, but then you watch the film and like you start recalling the plays and you're like, that shit, all the good shit you did, you're like, I did this, I did that. And then Tuesday is kind of when I'm able to like get that, calm down and like, and then it just ramps back up.
You ever had that before? Because I've had this, I've talked about this on other interviews. My first UFC fight, UFC 221, Perth, Australia. I go in there, fuck shit up, make another bonus, gang a load of money. At the after party, I'm getting pulled left, right, and center. After the fight, I'm pulled left, right, and center for interviews, because I wasn't the main event, but I stole the show. Guarantee I stole the show. And then a few days later after that, I finally end up back in my house in New Zealand, and I remember getting depressed for like 2 weeks. I don't know if you've ever had that, because I equate it to like coffee. When you drink coffee, coffee's a stimulant. It gets you all the way up, and then you crash. So for me, I felt like this is when I started to go to therapy properly and kind of like try and figure myself out and kind of, I guess, biohack myself. Yeah. So I was like, all that stimulus was just like, bah, 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 everything. And then when I finally, like a high. I was high off all that stuff. So when I got back home and I realized, and I was like, why am I sad? There's no fucking reason to be sad. I just made 6 figures in my first UFC fight. I'm here, I'm the man. I'm like, then why am I fucking depressed? So that's when I started to kind of see someone. And I was wondering, like, have you ever had something like that where you felt like it was up and then you get away from it and then you had to like figure out like, I felt that's where some people get into a trap. Yeah. They don't realize like what's wrong with them or not wrong, what's happening. So they figure like, I'm gonna go out and try and fill that up with like going out and partying with the wrong people, doing drugs and alcohol and that kind of stuff.
See, that's not in your mind, that's in your soul.
True.
So from a little kid, we want to become famous and famous. But we don't know why, but it's to fill that dark little hole that we have. And we don't know how the more famous we get, the more powerful we get, the deeper the hole gets.
Yeah. You never realize. Then you try and fill that hole with the wrong things. So that's what, I've learned that. Like, so that's why I said, like, I was like, okay, I need to go see someone about this. And that's when my journey with therapy started, so I can, like, okay, let me figure out what this was. And then I got some tools from that that helped me by my 4th UFC fight. This was in New York, Madison Square Garden. I got back home and I felt like I was able to just kind of roll into my life swiftly and not be like, you know, off that adrenaline and all that stuff, and then come back home and I'm down. I just knew what to do. So I had the tools and the knowledge of, okay, this is how I need to get back into life. And that made me kind of just go back into my life easy. But it took a while. It took a while. And I don't really struggle with that anymore. But yeah, you ever had that before?
No, I know what you're talking about, because it is a high. Like, you know, like if you have like a great game. Like I remember it's funny, it's kind of like when you have a great game and then, you know, you're just so high on it, like you're celebrating, you know, let's say like you had like 10 tackles a sack. I remember like one game I had like 10 tackles a sack.
Yeah.
Like 4 QB hits. That's a good game. And I'm a nose, so that's really good for like a nose tackle. And it was kind of the same thing. Like I'm high off of it. And it kind of does like that Tuesday, then when that Tuesday hit your off day, you're kind of like, oh shit, like damn.
But you have to be okay with that.
You have to be okay with it. You got to be able to be okay with that. And I think as competitors, what happens is we want to be great at whatever we're doing so much that like when we're not doing something to, like when we do have that, like just that time to just with yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like,
don't give me too much. This is back in the day. I'm a lot better. I'm more mature now. But maybe 2 years ago, I'd say, don't give me too much time off because I'll find something to get into. Because I just like, I'm an adrenaline junkie.
Now listen, this is what I know. If that's what you believe, then that's what happen. If you go believe you don't have no time, you're going to get in trouble, you're going to get in trouble.
That was 2 years ago, though. That was 2 years where I was just, that was back then. I was like, don't give me too much time off. Now I can have all the time off. I know what to do. I know where to be. I stay in the gym. I stay with my people. And then that way it keeps me grounded.
I wish you could say none of the stuff out here is going to worth what I can do for my family, my children in 10 years.
Facts. What you're building. The stuff you're building. Everything I do right now, I'm sure same. Do you have any kids?
No, I don't have any kids. Do you?
Not that I know of. Nah, but like everything I do right now is for my future family.
That's going to be interesting too when you have kids.
Yeah.
And they're going to show you what you made out of, because you're going to see the part of your life where you high comes out in them.
Facts. Now, that's one thing I've learned is childhood traumas. Like I didn't realize this till probably be about a year and a half ago. Everyone on this planet, everyone in this room has childhood traumas that they haven't addressed. And somehow we try and fill that up with other things until they come to the surface. Love brings that to the surface normally. Sometimes psychedelics. Sometimes another trauma will bring that to the surface. And you're like, shit, I've been dealing with this for the last 30 years and I didn't even realize I was holding this because of some shit that happened when I was 5 years old. And you don't realize that because you just bury it. You just deep down in your subconscious is just dug deep. But there's ways, like I said, love, psychedelics, and sometimes other trauma brings that to the surface. And before you know it, you're forced to deal with it. I've had my fair share of having to deal with my childhood traumas in the last 2 years. And I'm glad that I did, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be as, I guess, maybe insightful as I am right now. I'm still working on it. I'm never perfect. No one's perfect. But it's always a learning procedure. It's always, I feel like it's like a threshold. There's good and there's bad and there's the balance in there. You're always trying to lean towards the good or find balance. But then sometimes life will just do something that'll knock you towards that other side where you just...
Do you do mushrooms?
I have. I like doing... The last time I did mushrooms, actually, was before the Costa fight. So this is...
Before the fight?
No. This is like maybe 3 weeks before the fight. 3 weeks before the fight. I'll tell you the story, right? So we're quarantined, right? We're quarantined in the gym because we're in lockdown. So me and my team, we locked down in the gym and we're living in the gym for that whole camp. And one day, it was a Sunday, so we did our spider session. This is the hardest workout of the week. That's like, it simulates the fight. And after that, me... decided, let's go for a bike ride. And then we just did some mushrooms. And it was one of the best fucking days ever. I played, that's why I came out to one of my fights, Summertime Manless, Cool in the Gang. Because on the bike ride, I just had that on my headphones on repeat. And then we stopped at a park. I remember in one part, we just started sparking up, smoking some weed. And these bikers rolled by. And we just looked at ourselves and looked at them and started laughing because, oh, look at these tough guys. And then we went to Mount Eden. This is a spot in Auckland. And on the way up, on the way up, I remember thinking like, fuck, I don't want to go up because my scooter ran out of battery. So I had to Uber to the Mount Eden. I told the boys I'd meet them there. And then I put my scooter in the bush, and I remember thinking like it was just gonna be a few people, but I forgot it's lockdown. Everybody and the mom and their dog's gonna be there. So I was like, fuck, I don't wanna go up. I'm gonna be fucked with. And I was like, nah, fuck this. I'm not gonna let people just take away the joys of life of just walking up a mountain. So I was like, nah, I'm just gonna put my hoodie up and walk up. And I remember just putting my hoodie up and walking up, and no one could see me, no one could talk to me. And then I remember getting to the top, and this is just when the sun was setting. And then I remember looking up and just woof. And I took my hoodie off like, what the fuck? And I could see the sunset, and I was just like, holy shit. And this is the peak of the trip. And I was just like, whoa. And looking at it, and I remember it was just like the landscape was engulfing the sun, and there was this pink, orange, purpley hue just like squirting out of the landscape, and it was just like, that was the clouds. It was like a live painting in front of me, like God was painting in front of me live. And as I was watching it, there was bits and pieces. I wasn't the only one because there was a bit where something exploded in the sky. And I heard, whoa. I looked over and I was like, they know. Like we're seeing the same shit. And this black English Staffordshire Terrier pulled up next to me, and the owners looked at me. I was like, that's because we're black. And then he just sat right next to me. I just sat there and looked at the sunset and just pat him. And I just pat him, and then we were just chilling for a little bit. And after that, when the sunset finally just got engulfed by the sky, then that was it. Bounced.
God damn, that sounds beautiful.
Honestly,
that's the most cinematic shit I've ever heard in my life.
That was my last trip, and that was
captivated.
That was beautiful, bro.
Honestly, so that was my last mushroom trip. It's been a while. I like to keep times in between because, like I said, there's certain lessons I learned from them and certain feelings.
Yeah.
Like I said, that track, whenever I play that track now, Cool in the Gang, Summertime Madness, it reactivates the feeling.
Yeah.
Like, or just that sense of like, I remember where my brain was at on that trip, and it was fucking, it was beautiful, man. I love that.
That's fine.
I'm overdue for another trip. Eventually it'll happen, but I never I don't force it. It just, whenever it calls me, whenever you just know.
Calls me every day, all day.
Hey, man.
I don't know nothing about that. Mike knows all about that. I don't know nothing about that.
My man goes deep, yeah.
That's all right, though. That's dope. So let's talk about this big push for fighter pay.
Yeah.
In the UFC, do you believe the fighters should be fairly paid?
100%. So after this fight, right, I made, shout out to my team at Paradigm and also AP Sports Management. We secured, one of the biggest deals in UFC history, in MMA history. And I was already speaking about this because, everyone's been talking about it. Shout out to my boy, my big brother, Francis. He kicked the door down and just said, look, this is what's happening. They're paying me this much, and I'm this guy, and how, He put it all out there.
Yeah.
Like, Mike, imagine at the height of a career when you were Mike Tyson, still not Mike Tyson, but you were fighting and you're getting paid the equivalent of $600K to fight. That would be atrocious. I would not.
Listen, that would be my training expenses.
It's crazy.
Gone.
That's my training expenses.
Gone.
Yeah.
Even for me, this whole world tour, I've been looking after everyone. I don't care, but I'm sure Tim can tell me how much I've spent on this trip already if you wanted to do the math. But these are things I feel like, no, it's not about me. All I'm saying is look, the guys who are making their debut, one of my teammates, Blood Diamond, made his debut. Some other people who are making their debut, I'm like, they should be able to just get paid and then not have to work at all during their training camps. Because a lot of fighters do. They work, imagine having a second job.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you shouldn't. So get paid, pay their manager or management, pay their training expenses, and then have enough to live on.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I would go out there, give me my training expenses, right? I would go out, party, all my friends, we be partying up, hanging out, partying, everything. And then when it comes time to fight, I said, listen, if we don't cancel the fight, I'm not gonna fight. I said, I'm not gonna fight. I cancel the fight, but if you give me 6 months, I'll fight again. But if not, I just won't fight.
Why would you want to cancel the fight?
So I was late and I feel like fighting, I wanted to party with everybody,
Yeah, fair enough.
The party, and that's the I forgot. So they canceled the fight and they had to pay me back.
Really?
Again, oh man, I was a mess and nobody wanted to deal with me.
No one could tell you shit.
They didn't want to deal with me and stuff. People would pay me to do commercials. They pay me in advance or something. I might not show up or something.
You be like, y'all keep that for myself.
When I was young, I was just a mess.
Yeah. That's one thing I'm glad about for myself is I'm glad I didn't find fame young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I didn't find fame at 24.
When'd you find it?
I felt like I kind of got famous maybe 27.
Okay.
Yeah, 27,
So you were more
28.
mature.
Yeah, still a little shit sometimes because, you know, I'm human.
Yeah.
You know, we're all human. Like,
all
there's
human,
one thing I learned this training camp, I had an epiphany. There's no good or bad people. People are capable of great good or great evil. That's what I've learned. Because everyone likes to feel like this narrative, especially before this last fight, like, I felt like I was the heel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I was supposed to be in that role because Rob is the good guy. He's this. He's the. How could you hate Rob? I'm like, I know him. He's a piece of shit sometimes. The first time he fought me, he was a little shit. He was cocky. He was throwing a little shade at me, a little smirk. This time he couldn't say shit because I knocked him out the first time. So he just like, he was humble. He was somber. Even he said like, yeah, he's got bragging rights. So he approached me differently for this fight.
Yeah.
And then Jeff, my videographer, he even mentioned that the reason I fucked him up the first time was because of the static.
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever I have static with someone, I go at them different. But this time, he was somber, humble.
Yeah.
He wouldn't poke the bear at all because he knew what happened. Even when so I get in the cage, right, in the octagon, and I do the circle around the octagon, and I wasn't going to touch him. Then he puts his hand out, like he submitted to me. And I remember just smacking his hand, like I dapped him up like aggressively.
Kicked him in his head.
Yeah, I'm not allowed. No, but I had to wait.
You should have kicked him right in his head.
No, because I don't touch gloves even. I feel like when the fight starts, I don't touch gloves because you know why? That's the first point of contact. You establish the range right away. So I don't want to touch gloves. I will establish the range my own way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give him an inch at all. So the fact that when I was doing my circle around the cage, he goes like that, and I just slapped it like, what the fuck you give me your hand for? Like, fuck, I'm about to fight you. So he came at me with that energy because he didn't want to poke the bear. And I've said this already a few interviews, and people are going to think like, oh, I'm just going to be nice to him before I fight him, then he's not going to kick my ass. Wrong. I'm going to figure it out. I'm on my way already because I got the chips in the dip, man. I tell you, like when I've seen The Last Dance and the way Jordan approached the game, there's times that I felt that way, and I was just like, like the first time I fought him, he made this stupid meme. He never talked shit about anyone ever before he fights them. Then he makes a stupid meme about me, and I was like, why the fuck are you making a meme about me? Like, what the fuck's that supposed to be? And that let me know. That showed me his hand early, like you're acting out of character, and I held on to that meme.
You took it personal.
I took it personally.
Word to Jordan.
I took it personally, like literally. So I held on to that, and a few other little shitty things he did along that training camp. I remember I was like, I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna remember that. This time he gave me nothing. But I'm gonna find a way. Don't worry. I already know. Like, okay, this is something that I need to address. I don't need to have static to beat someone up or fuck them up to the worst degree possible. I can find a way to get that reptilian brain unlocked, so I can get at them without needing to hold on to something. There's ways. If I can do it fucked up, or if someone is coming at me differently, then I can do it, whenever I want to, just based on my skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll unlock it.
So let's talk about your boy Usman.
Usman, my brother.
Is he pound for pound?
Yeah.
The best fighter?
He's the best fighter right now. Is he fighting
Covington again?
No. He already beat Covington twice. So he's kind of
watching that fight.
He's lapping the division as well. So he's doing that at 170. I'm doing it at 185. He's lapping the division. And I know this got the pound for pound rankings, but look, I'll put him up there. He's probably the best fighter active right now.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him. And I'm not one of these guys who gets like, because one thing people ask me, so before he won the belt, I hadn't won the belt yet. I was scheduled to fight for the belt. And some reporter asked me like, do you hope he loses his title shot so you can be the first Nigerian? And I was just like, yuck. Yeah. Why would I? I've never been one of those guys to like, I hope he loses his chance at the belt so I can be the first Nigerian.
Ripped, though. He got ripped there.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's a beast.
No, he's
I'm
a beast.
telling you, bro, honestly, I'm the runt of my people. Look at him and look at Francis and look at me. Bro, I know I work, but I'm skinny and I'm like the runt. No,
I'm still pretty shredded though.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I push it down, but like these guys are the picks. Beefcake. Like you go around Nigeria, you'll find 5 of these within a block. Bro. Trust. Like you find, and this is with like not the best nutrition in some of these streets, even in Cameroon and South Africa. Like just the genetic specimens of Africans are different, man. I'm telling you, it's different. You can see it in Black Americans and Black Africans and Haitians and Jamaicans.
Yeah, it's true.
Like it's different. So I know when I go back home, I just see it and I'm like, damn. I know I'm the runt because I am the runt. I was never athletic all that kind of stuff. I was just good at dancing, and I like video games and Jackie Chan movies.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I can be a fighter too.
And anime,
Somehow.
right?
Anime, I love anime. That's
Naruto,
me.
I fuck with
Yeah,
Naruto.
Naruto.
I grew up on
right.
that shit.
No way.
I grew up on that shit. I grew up on that shit.
Definite, man.
Dragon Ball Z, all that shit.
Yeah, man. Nah, like for me, I love
I
anime.
grew up on
That's
that
the
shit.
stories.
Marvel comics.
Marvel hard as shit too.
I love Marvel comics.
Easy.
I grew up on all that shit.
Random question, Mike. You
Dragon
live in
Ball.
LA now, or where you live?
Listen,
In Vegas. My man's everywhere. He's outside.
He outside.
we just moved here for our daughter's tennis career.
Okay.
And now we're moving to Florida, I guess, in the next month for her.
Continue
Tennis
tennis. Oh, so your
again.
daughter plays tennis.
Yeah.
Like
That's
she's
awesome.
really good.
Yeah, she's
Beautiful.
a prodigy.
That's
Beautiful.
awesome. That's beautiful. That's awesome.
I was gonna. Do you still like have your pigeons around? Do you still hold?
Everywhere I go, I have pigeons.
No, really.
If I go somewhere like here, I have a pigeon. I build one.
So you build them. You build like a coop or.
Wherever I go,
Damn. Okay, I see. I love that relationship.
can't live without them.
Yeah.
awesome.
No, I've seen. Well, your documentaries and.
My first fight was because of a pigeon.
I remember you said the guy bit his head off or did
Like,
something.
ripped his head off.
Crazy. Well, lucky
That
him.
shit was leading me all the way up to this shit.
Yeah. I only had a pigeon once when I was a kid for a school project. And I remember, so my housemate tied a string to its leg and attached it to a little stick so it couldn't fly away. But then after the school project, we had to let it go. So we let it go, but it kept on coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Came back every day, and I'd feed him and everything, and it would come back probably for about a month, and eventually never saw him again.
The hawk probably got him.
Oh, real? I see. Yeah, true. This is back in Nigeria, too. I see.
But
But it was coming back every day for like a month.
Got eagles, hawk, got a bunch of everything
True.
can eat you out there. Anything
Yeah.
like this.
Oh, yeah.
Bugs. You know what I'm saying? Bugs.
Yeah, bugs. It can. Yeah, definitely. No, Africa's
I have
a
an
dangerous
11-year-old
place.
kid that loves animals. Notice that?
Mm.
Hey, Dad, what animal you think kills more people than all animals in the world? I said, I don't know, some kind of bug, man.
A mosquito.
And it was a mosquito.
Yeah, mosquito.
You would think
I've had
I'm lying,
malaria.
huh?
I've had malaria probably like 6 to 8 times.
6 to 8 times?
Yeah. So this
You're
is
a mutant, man.
Yeah, in Nigeria it was like
Just normal?
just
Like a
normal.
thing?
But it's a fucked up feeling. Like you're lying in bed, you're cold, you're hot, you're sweating, and you're also just shivering and delirious as well at the same time. And your muscles are weak. And it can be like that for a week. Maybe sometimes people die. It's the biggest
Yeah.
killer
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what I'm
world.
saying. It kills
Yeah.
people.
So
You
I've
got
had it like
times?
six to 8 times, I'm sure, as a
Nah,
kid.
you different, bro. So let's talk about what are your thoughts on Jon Jones?
Ooh, John.
Whatever, John, whatever happened to John, man?
John is a problem to his own self, his own damn self. And I only speak about him because you asked about him. If
Yeah,
I, would-
that's
I wouldn't talk about him. There was a clip I saw maybe a year ago. This is just after the Costa fight, just before the Costa fight came out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he was shooting guns around the strip club and then he got arrested. Yeah, I know, crazy.
The fuck?
Yeah, you can't tip strippers with bullets, man. It's different. But yeah, she
Can't make her love you, man. You can't make her love you.
dance, baby, pa 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 pa, dance, pa 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 pa.
No, I love you, bitch. You ain't leaving me.
It might have been. But then there was a clip like this of him getting arrested, talking to the officer on the first name basis. And I remember just thinking, I was like, man, I felt sorry for him.
Was he hurting him or something?
Yeah, he smacked his head on the bonnet. So this is the one that was recent after he got inducted into the Hall of Fame and then went back to his hotel room apparently and
Who do you hate?
his wife or his fiance and his
damn.
daughter had
Talking to her
to
now?
Yeah, no, and his daughter had to like go downstairs with her mom and be like, call the cops. Imagine that. That's not the first time that's happened. And it's yuck, man. It's yuck having to even speak on this because he's a guy that when he first came up, I remember watching him at UFC 94.
Yeah,
He fought Stephen Bonner, and that was the first time I saw him fight on pay-per-view live. And I was like, yo, this guy is special.
Yeah, he is.
And
yeah.
I was a fan of him,
Yeah.
and he was a fan of me till he realized he wanted to fight me. And then he became not a fan, and then we had this beef for a while, and the fight never transpired yet. But then when I see shit like this, even this one, when I saw this, I felt like I'm empathetic. I'm a human being,
For sure, yeah.
I'm like, man,
Don't like to see
what a
that.
waste. What a waste of
see that.
potential. Also, the fact that he's been popped for steroids. How many fucking times?
Listen, everybody can't handle God's gifts.
Nah. He's his own worst enemy, man. And this is the thing. I've made mistakes, Mike. Look, I'm a human being. Like I said, there's no good or bad people. People are just capable of great good or great evil. I've done some bad things in myself. I've made some mistakes, but I learn from those mistakes. I don't make the same mistakes over and over and over again. And that's why, knock on wood, I've never ended up on TMZ for a bad reason. You know what I mean? Cause he's been on TMZ for how many times just for the wrong reasons, and it's just sad to see, man. Like
some of the most successful people have the lowest self-esteem.
Facts.
You don't believe that.
Facts.
The most successful. That's why, because they have a low self-esteem. That's why.
Facts. I've been there because when I was coming up in New Zealand, you know, like I said, being one of the only black kids in the school in the town, survival mechanism for me was people pleasing. And I realized it reared its ugly head in my adult world a little bit. And now I know how to kill it whenever I feel it.
Or having to conform to their culture or whatever.
Bro, I used to try and talk like them. I used to try and do this, like, literally. And I realized, like, bro, I don't even look like you. Why am I trying to sound like you? I don't even, like, and I realized, like, I'm not supposed to fit in. I'm meant to stand out. I was never meant to fit in. So that was one of the things that helped me get over that hump. And like I said, it's something that...
I can't believe I saw Jon Jones smash his head on that car.
Hey,
I can't believe that.
Cocaine is one hell of a drug, Mike. Cocaine is one hell of a drug.
I just thought they had... I didn't know. I was asking just, you know, because I know, you know, I thought y'all were going to fight at one point or something.
We were.
Like that.
I mean, it's, you know, the night's still young, put it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's his own... I mean, fight Francis. He's been talking about going to heavyweight since 2013. I said it and I did it. I don't just talk about it. I did it. I went up in weight class. He's never, and he can. But I'm like, yo, go fight Francis. Tell me how that is.
What do you think will
He needs a lot of love right now. He shouldn't be fighting nobody.
He needs help. He needs God. You know, he's from a religious family. He needs to surround himself with the right people and not say, this is God's test for me. You know, no. This is not God's test for you.
I don't care if you're how much you're religious. If you're not ready for him, he's not coming.
Nah. Like, all that's a mask. Like I said, he came into this game, or not just him as well, I'll say other people. You've seen the other athletes, other actors or actresses, they come in and try and, like, Tupac said it, but it said something about being a role model. That's the fakest two things in the world, because you're playing a role and you're modeling a behavior. So I've always said, this is why I love, like, guys like Puma who fuck with me, because I'm not someone's role model. People are like,
yes, you are.
No, but I'm not playing it.
That. You can't choose
I'm
that.
No, but I'm not playing it. I know. They're trying to bestow it on me. I know. Okay, Mike. I can't.
No,
okay, I'll tell you. You
have no control over it.
I'm not a role model, but even like these two.
No.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't say. I'm not trying to act like a role model. Put it that way.
No, your accomplishments, your skills made you a role model automatically.
Me being myself made me a role model. Okay, but what I'm saying is, like, the way he was back in the day when he was sponsored by Nike and all that, he used to be all this, like, oh, you know, thank God.
Who's that?
John. He'd be behaving this certain way and then, like, behind the scenes acting a different way. I am the same way on camera.
Catches up to you, that comes back to haunt you.
Yeah.
God knows when you're bullshit. God created bullshit.
Facts. Yeah, but, like, for me, I would no, but, like, since I've been in this game, I've never been a guy to try and fake anything.
That's not faking. There's people just like you. You're their role model.
But I'll take that. And like I said, there's kids out there that I know personally, and I know their dad. Like, example, I've used this example of Zion, Harrison, and Spencer. These kids who go to my gym and they look up to me. They really appreciate me. And I'll show you a picture of this is Harrison before he had his tonsils out. His dad gave him an action figure of myself. This is him pre-op. And that's him post-op. And he's with an action figure of myself.
Oh, wow.
And his dad, you know, allows them to watch me with the way I carry myself, with the way I speak, with the way I express myself. And to them, I'm a role model. And for me, I never want to let them down. I never want them to hang their head in shame because I end up on something like that, looking stupid. So I do my best to just be me. And I never want to put that kind of shame on them. But at the same time, I just hate the word, I think. We need a new name for it. What? I need a new, because it's like Pac said it best. Role model. Like, you're playing a role and you're acting.
No, why? Because you feel you're not worthy of that position. You feel in your heart you're not worthy. No, you feel in your heart you're not worthy to be a role model.
I have felt that. And that's like that where that imposter syndrome comes in. And I've had to deal with that as well, where I felt like, man, why do these kids love me so much? They don't know me.
Just like that's why. Who did you see that you say, hey, I can be a fighter?
Prince Nassim, Anderson Silva.
Oh, and listen.
Yeah.
And it's a wrap. It's over. It's over.
Yeah. Well, I just don't like that word. I don't like that.
Who did you see that wanted you to be? Israel Adesanya. There it goes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
In the book.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know. I can't take away from it. I can't run away from it. I understand. Okay, man, I think it's the terminology.
You just don't want the responsibility.
No,
You are a role model.
I'll take it. No, I'll take it. Like I said, I would never end up there. Knock on wood again. I would never end up there. But
always knock on wood because we never know
exactly
where we're going to end up at.
Yeah, I think it's just the term of it, like, because I never want to be fake. I never want to be that guy. So the fact that those kids look up to me, with just me living myself, being authentically me, that makes me feel good. That makes me enough for me. But at the same time,
what's your definition of fake?
Fake is
somebody and doing somebody else.
Exactly.
Well, that's what you do. You're not doing that. So why are you worrying about being a role model? You're not doing that. So that's beautiful. You're doing everything you want to do. You're a role model.
So you're a role model.
You're putting that out there.
You're
putting that out there without
I'm listening. Okay, you know what? I'm listening. I think you're right because I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be a guy that has that bestowed upon them. And also there was, not now, but there was that feeling of like, they don't really know me. Why do I feel like I deserve? It was a little bit of imposter syndrome I've had to deal with in the past.
No, it's not called imposter syndrome. It's called a form of a little self-hate.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Imposter syndrome. From childhood trauma. That's where it's from.
That's what we all have. That's what elevates us.
Yeah, it is.
A little form of self-hate.
Just a little bit.
Elevates us.
But yeah, like for me, you might have you've done what they call a paradigm shift a little bit. I have to sit with it. And really ponder and just think about it.
You shouldn't ponder. You should accept it.
I want to, but I can't. Okay, well, I have to think about it. I have to paradigm shift. That's at least the beginning.
There's no such thing as suffering. It's only self-suffering.
Yes.
Suffering doesn't exist.
It's only from the self. Yes.
From self.
But it's a paradigm shift that's occurred, so I'm like, okay, let me sit with this and just, accept that. Because, I mean, look, you're Mike Tyson. You've been through all this.
My paradigm shift is?
What?
That I'm not a street nigga no more.
Yeah?
No, I'm not going to rob nobody.
That was yours.
Yeah. That's what I love doing.
I don't have to survive
anymore. I love
anymore.
robbing people.
Yeah, you don't have to survive anymore. What age did you have that?
All my life.
No, what age did you have that shift, that paradigm shift?
14.
Really?
That's when you found boxing?
Yeah.
Was that from Cost?
13, yeah.
Shit. Okay.
I knew I could have the world. He put that in my mind. He made that a reality.
Okay. Now I have to accept this new way of being, maybe.
No, it's not a new way. It's going to happen to you.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was you before you were even existing. You just have to accept it.
It was written. It was written.
It was already written.
Like I said, they accept me for me. So I'm like, I'm only being me.
Check it out, peep game. They accept you for you. You gotta accept you for me.
Yeah, I am. I'm learning. I'm learning to.
They accept you. Whatever you give them, they're gonna accept. That's what you have to understand. Whatever you give them.
I think I'm scared of ending up like that. That's one of my worst fears.
Or like
embrace it. I think that's every
athlete.
Yeah,
any athlete's worst fear, bro.
Even like that Free Britney documentary. That was one of the most triggering things for me to watch. I don't know if you've seen it. Free Britney. So Britney Spears, pretty much her release from being in a conservatorship. And I remember watching one of the clips in the beginning of the documentary when she's driving around these streets trying to get away from paparazzi. And this guy was filming her going like, look at her, she just ran a red light. What a crazy bitch. And I remember just feeling like, because you're fucking chasing her. That's why she's trying to run away from you.
Listen, she one of the baddest bitches in this country, man. See her in the dirt fighting for her freedom?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's what that whole documentary was about.
That's real.
She's real deal, holy fuck for that.
That's not, what's that little song she said, give it to me? No, this is real, man. This is life, nigga.
And honestly,
she's kicking its ass.
Yeah, she did. And then she's free from it now.
Yeah, this is life. This is what it's
you need to watch that. You seen it? Free.
This is her Instagram?
Watch it, Oh, no, she living. Look at her.
Oh, she outside.
That's right. Yeah, she's outside.
That's
really outside.
That's her now. We need to get Britney on the show.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Nah, she definitely has stories to tell.
She fought for freedom. Imagine fighting against someone that brought you in this earth.
Worse, man.
What the fuck?
You're making them tens of millions of dollars a year and they're giving you an allowance of $2,000 a month. Of your own money.
I do all this for my children.
Fuck.
All this stuff, whatever I do,
to see her kids as well. That was another thing,
to
to see her kids. She had to ask permission to see her kids. That's fucked, man.
We all make mistakes when we're young.
Yeah.
And we try to even up with ourselves.
Hey, man, there's no good or bad people. We're just capable of great good or great evil.
No, I'm not malevolent. I'm not. I just am. Whatever I am. If
we
I
are.
do this, I do.
Exactly. That's it. We just are. I am. That's when I hate people saying, like, oh, I'm a good person, I'm a bad person. Like, no, you just are.
I am who I am.
I am who I am.
We do what we do.
Yes, that's life.
So let's talk about Conor McGregor, his comeback.
My G.
Who's he fighting?
What
you have to ask the guy right there, so we're under the same management.
Who's he fighting? Who Conor fighting?
Tell him. Give him the scoop. Give him the scoop to me.
I'll
be honest.
Sire, what's the scoop? Where's Matt? Probably for the belt, bro. He just comes back and says, "I'm going for the belt straight away. Fuck everybody else." That's the thing. He has the pulling power to do that.
Yeah.
Because he's Conor McGregor as a former champion, but and I like what Gaethje said. Even though he's like, what he say? If I don't fight for the belt, we riot. And I was like, yeah, because Gaethje just deserves to fight for the belt. Now he's fighting for the belt. But Conor's living life right now, man. Look at him. He's just living life. He's living his best life. And I know he's training. I see he's always lifting. Stays in shape, stays ready, as he likes to say. But yeah, man, we'll see.
Let's start to stay ready with that lifestyle.
Bro.
Hey, man, I'll tell you, for me, people been saying that, but I haven't felt that yet. Even with this new contract, I have not felt that at all.
That rock star lifestyle?
No, I have, but like that feeling of like, oh, what is it?
You look great.
Marvin Hagler said it's hard to get up. Was it Marvin that said that? When you sleep in silk sheets. Something like that. I haven't felt that. I felt that a little bit in the past, but lately, never felt that because I'm hungry.
Peep game.
Yeah.
You ever have a $30 million fight?
Not yet. Not yet.
Then talk to me later. When you get
there's levels to
$40 million fight.
There's levels to the shit. That's why.
When you get a $40 million fight, and the week after you got that $40 million, and I tell you got to fight in like 6 weeks, it's hard to get out to bed. You say, how much money is it?
For me,
give me
it's
$5 more
different.
million.
No,
I get out.
For me, okay, look, $10 million, $40 million, at a certain point, it's just money. Like literally, I know it'll hit your account. I see them hit my accounts, but it's just like, it's just money to me. I'm fine. I know I'm set. I could have been set for life. I could have, if it was just about money, I would have left this game three fights ago.
You love this shit.
I love it. I love learning right now. I love learning right now.
Learning what money can do. Learning how it grows if you plan it right.
Yeah, that's where my pops comes in. That's honestly like, so in December, just over this Christmas, I went home, and my pops is like, you know, he's the guy that, like Khabib's dad was on the field with him. He was helping him. Steph's dad, Jordan's dad. My pops is behind the scenes, helping me make my money grow, make my money work for me. And he sat me down and told me how much I was worth, and my jaw hit the floor. I was like, yo, for real? He's like, yeah. I was just like, shit, we could have stopped this shit ages ago if it was just about money. But it's not just about money for me. Like I said, I am young, I am fresh, I am hungry, and I want to fuck these motherfuckers up while I can. Because there's going to be a day when it's like, okay, I had another epiphany during the Costa camp. Like I said, we were quarantined in the gym. And I remember it was a Saturday for sparring. And I was watching everyone just put their wraps on, put their shin guards on. And I remember just pausing for a second as I put my wraps on, just being like, look at us. Like, it was just a moment of just like gladiators, warriors, getting ready for battle. And I was like, I can't do this shit forever. So while I'm doing this shit, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to really soak it in. And I've used this quote, like J. Cole said, applying pressure. Before the end of this game, I really want to apply pressure and make sure I get everything done. And money's gonna come. Money's always gonna come. Like I don't struggle for money.
Money does come, but this is what I was just trying to say. The art of business is getting the most money with the less risk. You're always fighting killers, nigga.
Yeah.
Fight some hot coming up Brazilian, a nice white guy that's coming up and got a big background that you can easily get killed. Yeah. You need some easy fights.
No, they can't do that in the UFC. Like in the UFC, in boxing or kickboxing, that's easy with the blueprint. They can do that. But in the UFC with Dana,
everybody you fight is a monster.
Killer. He's a motherfucker. He's a guy that can beat you. So I have already I've lapped already the division.
But there's a way to do this. It's just it's more profitable. They have to see what they don't do, and this is really interesting.
Yeah.
They won't get a guy who has a little bit of talent, I don't know, white guy, like blonde hair, blue eyes, let him knock out a bunch of guys, and boom, that's the most super fight.
Who's the guy that can do that?
He could fight. He's not a bum. He could fight. The guy fight a little.
Conor can fight. Conor was a gangster. Conor came in and just took over. He literally just came in and just fucked everybody up in his way.
He was really...
Yeah, he did.
Even if he did, he would still be the man he is because of his character, his personality.
Yeah, his soul, who he is.
People follow his purpose. They don't give a fuck about him winning.
Even the fact that
they support him. They support him.
His lifestyle, who he is.
They support his fight.
How he carries himself.
Facts.
So your thoughts on Jake Paul?
My guy, Jake. I like Jake. Yeah, I like Jake. He's cool. Actually, I'll try and link up with him. I don't know if he's everywhere. He's in Puerto Rico. He's in LA.
Everybody wants something. He's all over the place.
Nah, but he hit me up.
I saw him in St. Bart.
We'll probably link up. Man. That's right. I saw that picture. You guys linked up in New Year's or something. Yeah, but we'll link up while I'm out here if we have time. I like Jake. I like what he's doing with the fight game. I like his promoting. Now he's being Mr. Promoter Jake Paul. That's good for him. I think he's doing well because a lot of people didn't like the fact that he jumped in the game and just started to get all this attention.
The fact that he did that.
Same. I was just like, I didn't know who he was. Like,
said, really, Mike? But they don't understand. Boxing needs that.
Yes, exactly. He honestly helped push boxing
and
to a different light.
At this stage of boxing, the greatest fighters are not fighting each other. So boxing need a guy like this.
Facts. And also, he brought it to a new demographic as well, like his fans. His demographic, the younger generation.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, when he fights, he brings 75 million people to the box office. Do you hear that?
Say it again?
When Jake Paul fights, he brings 75 million people to the box office. 75. Not to the arena, the box office.
For real? Yeah. That's cheddar.
To the box office.
Definite. No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
this is Instagram?
The new generation, man. He's bringing them to the fight game as well. Yeah. That's him.
Him on a pizza.
I like that jacket. That's a nice jacket.
He's a baller.
Yeah, man. My man lives nice. After the fight, so I watched him fight knockout Nate Robinson. Is it Nate? Yeah, I think so. Nate on that card as well. And after I smoked weed with Snoop, then this was crazy.
Oh, motherfucker.
I don't know how, bro. That was, I did not want to see this fight again.
Ooh.
But man, if you can watch that again. Jesus fucking Christ.
That was
and he loaded that up. Like, he charged that up. You see, he charged that up. Like, he's like, I'm gonna fucking hit you. Bang.
Jeez.
Fuck, that was crazy.
That punch you saw coming a mile away.
That's what I mean. He loaded that shit up. He was just like...
He saw that shit coming a mile away.
Tyrone
55,
just...
I saw that coming a mile away.
You saw it coming a mile away?
Yeah. No, you can see. You watch it. He loaded that shit up, man.
Yeah, that's y'all fighters. Y'all professionals, huh?
Yeah. Wait, they were talking about him fighting you or you fighting him or Logan. Is that something that's still...
I'll beat these fucking...
Let me at him.
I'm going straight at him full. Oh, no,
you're not going to hold back.
You ain't holding back, huh, Mike?
Jeez. I'm not going to underestimate them either, but I'm going to be in shape. That's the only thing you got to do is be in shape.
How long would it take you, like, say, right now, because you're still training active, you're still active in just life right now, right? Mm-hmm. How long would it take you to, like, say, get into fight shape? Because how old are you? 40?
45, I think, listen, right?
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
30 days of boxing, I can fight anybody.
30 days?
30 days?
Yeah, 30 days of boxing every day.
With diet? Like, obviously, you're going to change your diet, all that? Like, 30 days?
If I'm boxing every day in the gym, I don't have to worry about my diet. I can eat whatever I want. I'm just going to...
Are you still vegan, or did you...
No, you just pretty much am.
Yeah, okay, but you just...
A small amount of meat.
Okay, yeah. I see. But you look after yourself.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah. Not easy. It's easy to see. Easy to see.
Sheesh.
Yeah. I'm still, I'm on that seafood diet.
Seafood?
Seafood, and I eat it. Except 2 weeks before the fight, then I start to, like, bring down my, just the portions sometimes, or maybe overeating. Because my body just knows when it's time to cut weight. Like, I'm amazed at what my body does when it's like, my body gets excited. It's like, oh, we're doing this shit now? Okay. And I'm like, just fight week, my body, I just have to be like, relax.
Listen,
that's crazy to me.
That's so crazy, right? Because at times I'm just eating these, lemon meringue pies.
Lemon meringue,
keep eating these meringue pies. Keep eating these pies and stuff. And when it's time to stop, it stops. It's like I never ate them before in my life.
Really? Boom. You go cold turkey.
Cold turkey and everything.
That's discipline.
That's interesting that you don't have a diet, essentially, up until a fight.
I don't like to restrict myself. Like, if I'm, say, during camp, like 7 weeks out, I'm eating as healthy as I can, but if I feel like some Wendy's, I'll go get some Wendy's. I don't like... Because I've been there before where I'm like, no, I'm not allowed. And then eventually there's a breaking point, and then when I finally like,
I'm one of those guys when I look in the mirror, I'm fat.
Like body dysmorphia type thing.
Yeah, I look in the mirror, I see fat.
Yeah,
I'm a pig.
I wouldn't say I've ever been there, but I'm like, I understand what you mean. You're critical of yourself. Yeah, I feel you. But hey, we have to be our own, I guess, worst critics sometimes. I am.
Yeah, that's in order to be great at anything.
Yeah. Like, nah, I'm not. I need to work on this. I know sometimes, like, I'm on the best shape right now. Even I just fought 2 weeks ago. I know I've been doing work. I'm having fun, but I know if I need to get back in serious shape, boom, I can. But I don't hold myself to that, like, because I know girls do this all the time. They're like, oh, they just see the worst version of themselves. I'm like, nah, I'm not in my best shape, but I know if I need to get in shape like that, I can get in shape easily. But yeah.
It takes me a while.
Really?
I do like increments, like
bits and pieces.
Yeah, like, it's interesting. It's so interesting listening to you guys talk.
I'm the sick old guy with the thing on my back and got the weights behind.
So interesting, like how, because the fact you said you could like cut weight like that, like so we get weighed in all the time.
Really?
So I think it's like every like maybe.
Is there a limit or?
So like with me, it's like a limit. So mine was like 295 was the lowest I could go.
295. Oh, what's that in kgs? What the fuck? 295. That's heavy. Okay? Let me. I'm gonna guess. You are
215 grams.
You are 130 kgs.
Yeah, to 300 pounds. Yeah.
Wait, is that 130 kgs? 295. Someone check for me. Meanwhile, let me hit that real quick, Mike.
Oh, you're beautiful, brother. You're
That's
beautiful.
right on Hotboxing.
Beautiful.
Close. I could just tell. I didn't. That wasn't math. That was just looking at your body. I was like, you be 130.
Yeah. UFC coming to Africa.
Yo, that's on. It has to. Even Dana has said it.
What part of Africa?
Recently. So, there's a lot of red tape in Nigeria.
Going on.
Bro, brother, my guy, you understand? Like, see, Nigeria is a very corrupt place.
Yeah.
Like, I love my people, but it's just the government. Just there, as everyone's trying to find a way to siphon money from someone. So there's a lot of red tape, but it can happen in Nigeria, it can happen in South Africa, or it can happen in Morocco.
Okay.
Because look at Nigeria.
I love South Africa.
That's in Nigeria. Hey, yeah, you can have our property, you can have this and that, and it's good.
Yeah.
And then there's another gang.
Mm.
Hey.
You got to settle everyone.
They need to do it in Nigeria.
Settle us. I know Nigeria would be a best place for it. I feel in Nigeria, like literally, if it happens. And Dennis said, like before he retires, he wants to do a show in the continent of Africa, and I feel like it's gonna happen right now. This is history. Literally, me, Francis, and Kamaru, what we're doing right now.
You do the South Africa?
Yeah, so either Nigeria, South Africa, or Morocco. Those are the
Morocco
three.
got the money to do both South Africa, Morocco.
That's what I'm saying. Like either one of those three places can make it happen. But right now, I was talking to Francis about this a week before his last fight. I said, like, man, we're
South
in
Africa, they can give him a diamond belt. They make a new belt for that particular fight. Make a diamond belt.
Fuck the rubies. Put diamonds on them, like real diamonds.
No, in South Africa in the 70s and 80s, they used to have a belt called Old Buck belt. Beautiful belt.
Boxing?
Yeah, beautiful belt.
Wow.
South Africa used to give Old Buck.
Damn. I'm gonna have to look that up, see what it looks like.
Beautiful belt. Look better than all of our belts in America.
Let me see the best looking one is
I think it was made out of silver too.
Silver shit. Old Buck belt. I remember that.
South Africa.
Yeah, definite.
From Lagos?
Me, from Lagos, yeah, from Lagos.
Oh,
that's
Lagos.
me, yeah.
I know that Lagos.
So it's Lagos boy. I was born in Lagos.
You Lagos, it matter. You Lagos, you make it out. You come back, your cousin. Give me your shoes,
bro. So when I went back, no, straight up, Mike. It's like that. No, bro.
No, that's how.
I'm telling you.
Haiti,
No,
Haiti,
straight up,
the same way.
bro. Honestly,
They
so
do that shit in Haiti, like,
I remember I took this guy as well. I took my guy Jeff right there, Oluwa Jeff. I took him to Nigeria with me.
Give me your shoes.
And man, so I tried to go to the hood, this place called Makoko, the slum, to try and show love back to the people. And I went there just looking the way I look right now.
It's too much.
And I went with one security guard, like a Mopo, we call them, a mobile police officer. And then, all these like gangsters started pulling up on us. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just trying to show love, man. They're like, what you want here? What team you want here? I'm like, I'm just showing love, man. I'm from here now. So I'm on Nigerian, me, like I'm from Nigeria. They're like, and so what? I was like, oh, for real? Bet. So my ego, this is where my ego came into play. I went away that day, just like, because my boy Abiola was like, we need to go. Yeah. I was like, bet. So we were just on the outskirts. And if we went deep, Makoko is like this big floating maze on just a shitty river, a shitty water. Like it's really, like, honestly worse. And if you go deep, you're in the maze. You can't get out unless someone takes you out because they know that place like the back of their hands. So then I went, he remembers he was there. So I went back the next day, right?
The African shit.
And then I put my vest on, I put all my chains on, and I wore my Jordans, and or Puma at the time, allegedly. No, but, and then I went just flexing, just like, nah. And I went with like heavy security this time.
Yeah.
And then the gangsters in there were like, okay, let's show you around, let's do this, rah. And Jeff's got all the clips. It's on my Stylebender YouTube page as well. But then we, I think it was just my ego to be like, look, I'm from here. I'm coming to show love. You can't kick me out of my own country.
Yeah.
And some of the gangsters eventually started fighting because they wanted to like show us around and get the commission and whatnot, all that kind of stuff.
I was going to be seen with you.
Exactly. Also be the look. But then by the end of it, when I remember when I was in the car, it was like a zombie apocalypse. Everyone had their hand out, just like trying to, oh God, please, I want to eat some. So I'm just like winding the window down small, just feeding them money, feeding just a little bit. But one smart one,
got American money.
They did, of course, yeah. They like to change that. That's worth a lot over there. Yeah. So then one smart kid who literally just sat quietly in the car eventually followed us out of Makoko. And then my cousin saw him and was like, what the fuck, how'd you get in the car? And then he got out and I gave him a little something, just kind of settle him. But yeah, he was a smart one because he didn't kick off. He was just like, I'm just, my time will come. And just,
like the smart game.
Yeah, exactly. So I blessed him a little bit.
So you listen to Wizkid then?
Yeah, Wizkid, my boy.
Yo,
yeah, Wizkid.
that album is nuts.
Honestly, like there was one I missed, the one with Blessed on it. That whole album, I love Steady, I love Blessed.
Bro.
I'm like, how did I miss this album? Like literally, I love Wizkid. Even Davido, I met Davido for the first time briefly in was it London? In London the other day.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna perform at the O2 this weekend.
Okay.
And it's crazy, honestly, man. Afrobeat has taken over the world.
Bro, it low-key annoys me because
it's
like everyone's on it now, like showing the love. Like, bro, you should have been on it.
Yeah.
Like,
now we've been like that's the thing. I grew up on this stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so for me, even there was a point when I was in the club in London and I had all these white girls singing to me in Yoruba. I literally, I'm just like, you don't even know what you're saying, but you're singing this track to me because you like Wizkid or you like, Burna Boy or whatever. So I'm just like, this is crazy how Afrobeat has taken over the world. And I had this girl at the Manchester game when I watched the football game speaking proper Yoruba to me. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, honestly, I'm just like, how is that?
Black is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Like it's part of the culture now. It's part of the culture now. So yeah, guys like Wizkid, Davido, Olamide, Burna Boy, they're the ones making it happen for the culture.
For sure, definitely. Yeah. Their music is amazing, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's
in you. You feel that. You just feel it. Everyone feels it. Yeah.
So how do you say it? It's Lagos?
Lagos.
So made in
Lagos. That's the album.
That album, Made in Lagos, that shit is nuts. Slaps. I suggest everyone to go listen to that whole album. It's a vibe.
It's hard to, I don't skip anything.
I don't skip none. I did not
Yeah.
skip one song on that album. I still play it to this day. It's insane.
Really?
That's the one.
Yes. It's a vibe.
Steady.
Like,
Yeah.
Do
you
what
like
you
if
doing?
you smoke,
Do what
right?
you doing?
Yeah. This right there. This is the vibe for
What's
it.
the name of this shit? Play that shit right now.
Okay, play Steady by Wizkid. Play Steady by Wizkid. That's a slapper.
All you have to do is legit. If you have like a little gathering, Mike, a little barbecue party, and let that joint ride. It's a vibe. I'm telling you. It's a vibe. I'm telling you, dog.
Even if you have like date night with your wife, this is the kind of vibe you want to play as well.
Yeah. You got some joints on it.
See, it's that smooth shit. Smooth shit. See, my man knows. It's called duality. After a hard day of training, wrestling, sparring with my boys, all that kind of stuff, I go home. I either have a small bourbon on the rocks, and I just sit there and I can play this in the background or smooth jazz.
I wish I could drink.
Yeah?
That's well, baby.
Nah, I could a little bit, like during camps, just a little bit, but
I'm just not one of those guys that take
the thing is that how I learned how to drink, when I go out, I go out. Like I never used to know how to social drink. Because the way I grew up and I learned how to drink, that's what the culture was just, they even made these like beer bongs. Like that's how people drank over there. Like literally just funnel with the hose and glug, 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 glug. It doesn't Wanganui. That's how they learn how to drink. And I remember, so I had to learn later on in life, you can just have a little bit and just catch a vibe and chill. Yeah. As an adult, I learned that. Yeah. Who did I meet? I met also in the UK, Derek Charosa.
Heavyweight.
Chisora, yeah. I knew his face, but I was like, I've seen this guy before. He's crazy. So we're going to the bar in the O2 to go drink, and he goes, I don't drink anymore. I'm like, oh, well, I like to drink. He's like, do you drink heavy? I'm like, nah, once in a while. He said, I don't drink anymore. I'm like, really, why is that? He's like, I almost killed a man. I was like, oh.
Okay, let's start.
That makes sense.
Oh, well, that's fun. And then went into the O2 and I met everyone. I met AJ, I met Chris Eubank Jr. It was cool. And then he comes into the bar and just like, this is Derek. He goes, what are you motherfuckers looking at? He's joking around like, I'll smash all of you. But he's just like, he's poking the bear, he's poking fun, but you can tell he's got a switch in him. He definitely has a switch. And he said, I've been 4 years sober, I don't drink anymore. I was like, all right, bet, I believe you. Yeah. So, definitely don't want to give him a shot.
No. So y'all watch tape. Y'all watch tape like I watch tape.
Yeah,
I'm a tape watcher.
Tape watcher as well.
Yeah, it's film stuff. You got to listen.
I watch my opponent the day the fight is signed every day until I leave my dressing room. I'm watching them there.
Really?
In my dressing room.
Like film, like you watching film on the guy.
The fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
wow.
like us then.
When I bring this time for me to go to my dressing room, the fight, I bring the film there, I'm watching them, and they glove me up, I'm hitting them, watching them, and I watch them as soon as I leave, as long as I go out.
Damn. What was the purpose? What did that make you feel?
It made me very comfortable with him.
Oh, I see.
Pick up habits.
I did that my last fight, not the same way, but to get comfortable with the arena. I like that though. I might get into that. I did my walkout. I practiced it before I went out to fight. So I went there to watch my teammates fight early on. And while the arena was empty, they were setting up. I was like, I want to practice my walkout. So I walked in the arena and I visualized everything. I visualized the people, the security, the fans. I visualized just everything, the camera crew, because they were there setting up as well. And that made me get comfortable. So that way, when I have to go out into the arena, I'm not spooked. I did it the same thing when I fought Robert the first time. Before I did the dance, I practiced that dance the night before.
But you gotta be spooked. If you're not scared of fighting, you should be fighting.
Nervous. I like a little bit of nerves. It's good fire. It's good.
It's good emotion.
But I wanted to be comfortable in the arena. You know what I mean? Comfortable in the space. So that really helped. But playing the guy's tape, actually, that's not a bad way to do it.
You have to be a good leader in anything, a gang leader, whatever. You have to know how to size people up. You have to know how to read people.
Facts.
If you don't know how to read people, you're not a good leader. You know, because you underestimate or overestimate somebody.
Facts. Overestimate.
Yeah.
I like that, because a lot of people never talk about overestimating people. And I've said this as well. Like, they tell you never underestimate people, but a lot of people overestimate people sometimes. They look at them and put them on a pedestal.
Than what they should be.
And then there's guys I've beat eventually. I was like, man, I was worried about you.
Yeah, me too. Me too. You?
Damn. It's like, really? Damn.
When I was younger, right, I used to be an asshole, and they say, "Well, you beat Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks," and I said well, I didn't think two great fighters with these big names be so easy to kill.
Oh.
But, you know, but you got to talk shit about them.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you've done it. Once you've done it, then it's like it's like the 4-minute mile. You've done it, and it's like, oh, that was easy.
I always wanted that since I was a little kid. Since I saw Ali when I was in juvenile detention, since I saw Ali. I wanted to be like that.
Yeah. Rest
role
in
model.
peace. Yes.
Big time, without even trying to be.
Yeah.
Without even trying to be.
Just being himself.
He had walked in to see some bad kid and boom, I want to be like him.
Damn. That's when you know you've transcended sports itself.
So do you both think that bare-knuckle fighting could become a thing?
There's always people out for bestiality shit.
Bestiality. Yeah, you gotta go to Mexico for that, I heard. I've heard, that is.
But we always, listen, let me see.
There's always an audience for that kind of stuff.
Men are always looking for a way to show their masculinity. We constantly want to show it. We want to show our masculinity.
Like, it's popular right now. Like, they've had a few events. They have championships. They bring some big names onto their game, but
that's the nature of people that want to show their masculinity.
Yeah, and there's always going to be an audience for that.
Women as well.
Yeah, there's going to be an audience for that every single time, no matter what it is. Like you said.
Listen, we don't know when it began. We're never going to see it end.
Nah, it's part of life. Fighting is part of it. Yeah, I like the way Dana puts it about 4 corners. If you have football in this corner, you even have hockey on this corner. You have basketball there. If a fight breaks out in that corner, everyone's going to stop.
Yeah.
And then look at the fight.
And the people, even the other sport guys look at the fight.
Exactly, because
we could be 2 old Jewish guys fight. We all stop and look at this shit.
What the fuck's happening? Like, it's just part of our DNA.
It is. Yeah. Start taking sides. Don't know these guys. Kick his ass. Fuck him up.
Yeah,
that's true.
I bet on him. I bet my man right here he's gonna get it.
Speaking of fighting, how crazy is it that you I don't know if you guys heard those Ukraine boxers? They're fighting in the war.
Yeah. Even what's his name, Lomachenko. I saw a picture of him. Like,
that's what they should be doing.
Yeah. The brothers.
Front line.
The
Klitschko brothers. Yeah.
The Klitschko brothers.
The craziest, honestly, out of that whole thing, one of the craziest things is the story of the president. How he was on a sitcom or show playing the president, and then eventually that same production company decided to run for office, and then the actor that played the president on that show became the president of Ukraine.
Wow.
Now he's on the front line trying to defend the country like a true leader, and I'm just like.
Hats off. Hats off
to them, man. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, one thing I do wish, because I keep seeing it everywhere, is like the way they need to let the African and black
I saw that.
Or Nigerian students, because a lot of Nigerian students
they wouldn't let us go nowhere.
And I've seen the videos. Like, because one thing I've learned, Mike, Bash, is that never react whenever shit like this happens. Because George Floyd made me react. There was a speech I gave in the public square where I was really emotional. I was crying. Because I mean, I'm human. I see a guy get killed by police with his hands in his pockets. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But then now I've learned never react, respond. So even now I'm speaking. This is my first time speaking on this kind of stuff now. The Ukraine situation in Russia and what Nigerian students are going through there. It's like I don't like to react. I like to respond. So I'll wait and see first. And I've seen I've just seen too many videos and too many incidents where like you see Nigerian students getting denied, and you see like a white lady just jump over the fence, put their baby over.
The train.
Like, yeah, that's like
it's crazy.
And then you see people even getting guns put on them. They're like, look, we're just students. We just want to and it's like, yo. Some of the leaders, though, from where I'm from, this is what I'm talking about, where I'm saying like they're corrupt and there's a lot of red tape. They need to take action and be like, look, let's send planes over for Nigerian citizens only and get them back home. If the Polish or the other neighboring countries won't let them in, because what's gonna happen? You're gonna leave them in the sitting ducks.
They're gonna
die. They're gonna get killed. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I don't know what. I'm not a politician, so I don't know what sparked that whole situation. I'm learning bits and pieces of it. There's a black girl who kind of speaks about it in Ebonics on TikTok or Instagram, and I follow her page. I can't remember her name now, but then I kind of get the gist of it. But I'm not a political expert. But fuck, it's just sad. It's sad when you see it. You see babies who are supposed to be in the hospital, 6-day-old babies in a warehouse being looked after. It's like, man, yeah, fuck.
Well, I'm sorry to bring it to this light. So let's make it positive. Let's end on a positive note. All right.
End on a positive.
So before we go, what are you thankful for? Who you want to shout out?
Ooh.
What are you thankful for? What do you feel blessed about? And who you want to shout out real quick? Good vibes only.
Yeah, good vibes. Okay.
Good vibes.
Honestly, right now, I'm blessed with the people I have around me. The people I have around me, that's one thing I've come to learn lately, especially the end of last year. Like, people came and left my life, dropped some dead weight. But the people I have, beautiful. Honestly, you learn.
We both did it.
It frees you.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And you never realize, it's like you can't see the forest for the trees. You never realize till it's gone, and you're like, damn.
Yeah, you don't realize you're free.
That was holding me back. I was always free. But thing is, I never realized. It's like Rock Lee in Naruto when he took the weights off.
And his legs.
Exactly. He's fucking fast. I feel that's where I'm at right now.
I'm going to say, where all this money come from?
Yeah. Same. Even though I got a new deal, all these other things are happening that's really positive in my life. And I'm like, man, I'm just happy with the people I have around me because...
You ever think about putting this guy on screen?
Me. Later on, after fighting. For
real, though.
Right now, I'm focused. I'm focused after fighting.
This a little bit, man.
No, I would like it. That's the thing.
That boy got 4 blunts in his hand, pumping casually.
Hey, man, I'm out here.
Love it.
It's back home. But yeah, so I'm just happy to have the people I have around me because they really care about me and they really want what's best for me.
For sure.
You know?
Really changed my life.
One thing I like, before even my parents believed in my dream, they still supported me.
Yeah.
And I've had people or someone tell me like, your family's only around you for your money. I'm like, where the fuck were you when I had no money? My family been there from the fucking get-go.
So don't give your family no money and give it to me.
No, that's what you're trying to say. Well, I'm saying like, nah, they've been there the whole time when I had no money. When they didn't even, my mom and dad didn't believe in what I was gonna do because no one from my country had done it yet. So they're like, they still supported me. Whenever I had no money, whenever I'm like, yo, pops, can you loan me $100? They will support me. Yeah. Now I bless them. They deserve everything. Even before fighting, just like being their son, growing up the way we did, trying to get a better life for us by moving to the Western world. I bless them now. And the people around me as well, I make sure, I don't like to like give fishes. I like to like teach them how to fish. Because even my pops is teaching me how to fish. Say, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach him how to fish, and he'll eat for a lifetime. That's so, in the Bible. People with me, my brother, he's my producer for my Stylebender YouTube page. He started that whole shit up, and now he's gonna be some big time producer somewhere because he can do whatever he wants.
Yes, sir.
My security guard, he's already like running Madison Square Garden. He's about to run.
Yes, sir.
What's the name? Crypto.com Center tomorrow night when we go watch the game. You know,
shit.
Like I put people in positions for me so they can like teach themselves how to fish or feed for themselves because I don't need no leeches around me or no yes men. So yeah, I'm just grateful for the people I have around me. And fuck, like I said about the Joe Rogan situation, fuck the noise. Just focus on the people around you and focus on love because everyone forgets, man. It just feels good to do good for other people.
Amen.
Everyone always forgets. And trust me, it's selfish, but at least you're doing good for someone else. And you never do it for likes, you do it for love. Amen.
Amen.
Preach.
Well, there you have it.
Get a witness.
Amen. Testify.
Amen. Hallelujah. That's the Holy Ghost real quick. But there you have it. That is Mike Tyson. I'm Sebastian Joseph-Day, Super Bowl champ. Yeah, you heard that.
Yes. Talk your shit, champ.
You know the vibes.
Talk your shit.
We outside. And we have the one and only Israel Adesanya.
It's Israel. Mobolaji Temitayo Odunayo Oluwafemi Olabi Adesanya. You'll never forget us.
I know you heard that.
Easy.
We out here. This is Hotboxin. We outside. Bro. Later.